In the land of Uz, there lived a man named Job, known for his righteousness and deep faith in God. He was wealthy, owning vast livestock and land, and had a large family of 7 sons and 3 daughters. Job's devotion to God was unwavering, and he regularly offered sacrifices on behalf of his children. One day, in the heavenly realm, Satan came before God. God pointed out Job's faithfulness, but Satan argued that Job was only faithful because of his blessings. To test Job's faith, God allowed Satan to take away his possessions and family, but not to harm him physically. Soon after, Job's life was devastated. His livestock was stolen, his servants were killed, and a great wind collapsed the house where his children were feasting, killing them all. Despite his immense grief, Job fell to the ground in worship, saying, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." He did not sin or curse God. Satan, still unconvinced, sought further permission to afflict Job physically. God allowed it, but forbade him from taking Job's life. Job was struck with painful sores from head to toe. He sat in ashes, scraping his wounds with broken pottery. Even his wife urged him to curse God and die. But Job remained steadfast, saying, "Shall we accept good from God, and not trouble?" 3 friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, came to comfort Job. They sat in silence for 7 days. When they finally spoke, they accused Job of hidden sin, arguing that suffering was God's punishment. Job defended his innocence, insisting that his suffering was undeserved. He questioned why God allowed such affliction but never lost his faith. A young man named Elihu later spoke, emphasizing that God's wisdom surpasses human understanding, and that suffering can be a means of refining character rather than punishment. Finally, God responded to Job from a whirlwind. Instead of explaining Job's suffering, God asked a series of questions, revealing his power over creation. Job, humbled, acknowledged his limited understanding, and repented for questioning God's ways. God rebuked Job's friends for their misguided advice and instructed them to seek Job's prayers. After Job prayed for them, God restored his fortunes, blessing him with twice as much as before. He was given new livestock and had 10 more children. Job lived a long and prosperous life, witnessing 4 generations before passing away in peace. Lessons from Job's story. 1. Faith in suffering. Job's story teaches that faith should not depend on circumstances. Even in loss, Job remained faithful to God. 2. God's sovereignty. God's ways are beyond human understanding. We may not always understand suffering, but we must trust in his wisdom. 3. Compassion over judgment. Job's friends wrongly assumed his suffering was due to sin. We should offer support rather than judgment in times of hardship.